Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of MC Eternal. I hope everyone is having a great day. Like always, I know that I am. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying inside with all of this coronavirus going on. And I hope that you're killing time by maybe playing a little bit of Minecraft and watching along with me. So, with all that being spewed out, we're going to jump right into it today. So I've actually done quite a bit of stuff off camera. I've kind of gotten into that mood of doing certain things away from the camera just to get prepared for episodes. So first of all, I just want to thank all of you for all of your comments that you've been leaving on my videos. I do appreciate it so very much. I want to make note that I'm not an expert in any of these mods. A lot of these are brand new to me, and so I am learning while maybe you guys might already be experts. So you got to cut me a little bit of slack on certain things. I don't take offense to things, obviously. I appreciate all of your suggestions, but you just have to understand where I am coming from when I am playing this. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning on how to do things, and for some of these mods, they've been updated since the last time I've played them, like thermal expansion. I know how to do most of this stuff, but you know, they did update a few things since the last time that I really tinkered with it a lot. So again, thank you for all your comments, guys, and thank you for following along with the channel. I do appreciate it so much. We're almost at 150 subs, which is amazing. So, but anywho, let's jump into what we're doing today. So, I'm going to try to recap what I might have done off camera. I really don't recall what I did the last episode versus what I did off camera. So we did get the magma crucible and the fluid transposer put in place. Those are pretty straightforward to make. I got them in place so that we could upgrade our wiring downstairs. So I'll run downstairs really quick and I'll show you. So we have this wiring going to all of it, the redstone energy flux ducts, which you have to make in the fluid transposer using destabilized redstone, and these empty conduits. Pretty easy to make. I did go through and I upgraded some of my machinery. So I don't think I upgraded anything down here. I think most of it is upstairs. So we're gonna run upstairs. I did start digging out this way. I'll explain why in a minute. But I did upgrade some of these. So our furnace is upgraded. So we have a auxiliary reception coil augmentation in this, so it makes it faster when processing ores. And then over here I input the auxiliary sieve upgrade, so this increases the chance for secondary products. I do have some flour being ground up here, and obviously, as you can tell, we have a huge backlog of resources here. Take a look at how many eggs we have. It's just kind of getting crazy. These chickens just keep popping them out so quickly, and if I go off adventuring, I have these chunk loads, but they'll just keep having eggs pop out. I mean, look, we already have 46. I probably cleared that out maybe a half hour ago or so. But yeah, so I did upgrade our flux bore. So we are now at a signalium flux bore. I know you can upgrade to the next one, but you need enderium to do it. So where was it at? Yep, here. So you need you need what, 6 enderium, because this takes 4, and you get this through ender pearls, and we just don't have enough ender pearls to make that. So I sufficed with the signalium one. Now the difference between these two is pretty much just your these two here are your capacity. So yeah, your capacity, and then a little bit of damage difference, and then your mining area. So we can switch through different mining modes on these bad boys, and the resonant one gives you a 5x5. So that's really the big difference. I didn't think it was that big of a deal to try to get for that right now, but we are going to do stuff today that will get us closer to be able to have more options for this. I'm just going to say that because we're not going to jump into it just yet. I want to run through the rest of the stuff we've done. So yeah, I upgraded that, and I got it enchanted. So I want to run you through what I have done for enchanting. And if you guys recall, I believe it was the last episode, we set up in our basement that dynamo that you can stick your enchanted items into and it will output energy. And I figured it would be a really good way to make or produce energy in this pack, since we find so many of these enchanted items when we are exploring the different dungeons. But I also realized there is this Enchantment Extractor. And you know what? Let me sleep through the night because our grid is going to be offline. There we go. So this Enchantment Extractor, and I can show you really quickly how it's made. Enchantment Sorter Extractor. Multiple different recipes for it depending on which route you want to go with a machine frame. I always end up going the thermal expansion path because it's the easiest one to make in my opinion. You know, everyone's going to have a different opinion, but it doesn't take too many resources. You do need 2 diamonds for it and have to be in the path of having plastic as well. But you get this, and what you can actually do, which let me see if it shows it on here. No, it doesn't explain it. You know what? I think if I click on it, we can come over here and read it, and we can actually open it in here. So the Enchantment Extractor, when provided with power, a book, and an enchanted item, it will remove 1 enchantment from the item and apply it to the book. The enchanted item won't be damaged in the process, and that's of course using power. So I have some grid power up here. I'm connected to it for via this wireless RF transmitter. So we're getting power in here, put some books in here, and then all you got to do is you take a enchanted item, you stick it right on in here, and it'll take all of the enchantments off of that item and apply it to the books, which is really nice. So if you find something cool, for example, Mending, which I put on this book, or on this axe, I took it off of a sword that I found it on, put it onto a book, and then I went over to our anvil here, and then I put it onto our diamond axe. And I switched over to a small storage crate for all these bad boys because we've been just accumulating so many from doing this. Let me see. I did get some interesting ones I took off, which I'm happy I did take off. We got Fortune 3. We have Mending 3, which was one that was really good that I found, but I wanted to put this on this diamond axe, but it required like 35 levels. And I had already gone through the process of enchanting this because I kind of did this in a weird order. I realistically should have done the enchantment extractor before I started enchanting my flux bore, because what I did for the flux bore is utilized this bad boy, the enchanter, to get all the different levels that I needed. So I wanted efficiency, so I used a ton of levels to get that book, and then I also wanted what's it called? Why can't I find it now? Fortune, and I wanted fortune on this. So I used tons of levels to get those bad boys, and realistically I should have just dechanted my other drill onto books and then taken those and put them on using the anvil, and it probably would have just been a little bit cheaper. It does take more levels the higher the level the enchant goes, but it probably overall still would have been a bit cheaper. But once I had this all enchanted, I took my other diamond drill, stuck it in here, and I ripped all of the enchantments off of that. So I had the books, so if going forward I need to put them on something different, I have them. And it doesn't destroy the item like it said, it just sticks it right over here, and it'll put it onto all the different books. So just keep a stack of books in here, and it'll take off all the enchantments. It's really useful, so that is definitely something that I would recommend doing, is getting that up and going. However, I'm kind of realizing, so for Mending, in order to use Mending, because I wasn't really sure how it worked, what you need to do, or at least from my understanding what is best to do, is you want to use the fluid tank from Ender.io, and you want to have enough liquid XP in here to then transfer to the item to be able to fully restore it. So basically, instead of using diamonds, let's say, to fix it, because you can see here, I mean, 1 diamond is going to give it about 300. So if we are going from what? So we need about 3 diamonds to get this to full durability. If we were to use an anvil, we can use this bad boy, stick this in here, and just use a teeny bit of XP to be able to get it back to full durability. And the way that I'm doing this is I'm using the magma crucible. You just stick those solidified experience in here, it'll smelt it up. I built this Ender IO tank, which is pretty easy to make. It's just the normal one. There is a pressurized one, but you just want the normal one. Just a little bit of iron and some iron bars and a little piece of glass. So, and then what you want to do is configure, and it'll bring up this little display here of what is around it. And for me, I clicked on the bottom and I switched it to pull. So if you right click, it'll cycle you through it, and that's what we want. We want it to pull from the bottom, and then I made sure this bad boy was outputting to the top as well. So basically it'll output our liquid XP to the top, and then I also have it set up to move over to the fluid transposer, because in order to actually get this flux spore, this signalium one, signalium, something like that, we needed pyrotheum dust. Petrotheum dust maybe? And you needed to use this basal's powder in order to make it. So a little bit of pulverized obsidian redstone and this bad boy. And the best way to get this is through the fluid transposer, using Essence of Knowledge from the solidified experience and transferring it onto the obsidian, pulverized obsidian. And that will get you this basal's powder, and then 2 of these then equals 1 of those, and obviously I have a stockpile of those bad boys. And then the other thing that I went and I ended up getting for future use more so is the blizz powder stuff to get the cryotheum dust. So in order to do this bad boy, you use the fluid transposer again, same exact idea, but this time you want to use snowballs, and you'll get this, and then you take 2 of those with a redstone and a snowball, and you get 2 cryotheum dust. Okay, so I'm sorry, it's a 1-to-1 conversion overall. So you use 2, you get 2, so 1-to-1. Or 2-to-2, however you want to view it. So I did make a decent amount of those, and I have that stuff sitting in here somewhere. There it is. I also went out and I did some exploration as well, and I picked up some good items along the way. I did run into another mermaid or siren, I guess it would be it, so I took her out. I can show you on the map where I went. I went way out here. You can actually see I died out there. I found a pirate ship and I was exploring on that, and I ended up dying out there. Let's remove that bad boy. So yeah, I went way out here. I needed some sand, so I came out to this biome over here that had a decent amount of sand, and I realized there were some good islands out here. I found that siren way out there in that one singular block, and I was able to take her out. I explored this pirate ship, found a good amount of loot, and then there was also, let me see if you can see the crater right here. There was some applied energistics meteorite that struck down here. So I got some more sky stone, and then I got a bunch of items downstairs here for applied energistics. So let me try to find them right here. So I got another inscriber logic press, another calculation press, and then I also got the silicon press as well. I also picked up some upgrades for Ender IO leggings. I found this really cool little furnace pet. So he will smelt the first smeltable item in your hotbar, which is pretty cool. And then you just have to feed him coal. So it's kind of cool. It just, you're able to stick it down and cook up items. But for us, it doesn't really work because we want to obviously pulverize all of our ores before we stick them into a furnace. So it's cool, but we don't really have a use for it just yet. Maybe eventually. We also have this empty spawn egg from Minecraft. I have no idea what it's used for, and I don't want to click it if it has some use down the line. I try to see if it has any uses, and I got nothing, so it's not showing me anything. I'll have to do a little research on that. I also got a few more items down here, and I got some more Electrobobs stuff, so we'll run upstairs and take a peek at that. I've slowly but surely been chewing through these items and stripping off the enchantments on them, or sticking them in the dynamo to create some power from them. I think that was pretty much everything down here. We ran through everything on the second floor for the most part. Yep, I think we did. And then I think the last thing to take a peek at is upstairs. So I moved some stuff around as I showed you in the enchantment area, but I did move some stuff in the Electrobobs area. So this is our Wizardry area, obviously. I put a chest over here because we're gaining so many items. We picked up a decent amount more scrolls. We got these wand upgrades, which would actually be pretty cool to put on our wands. So we have a cooldown upgrade and a range upgrade. I don't know if we necessarily need the cooldown. I think the range would be kind of cool to add on right now. Let me see. We can just stick it right there and do one of those bad boys. And we got the advancement made arcane tinkering. So now we do have a range upgrade on this. We do need to find more crystals as well. But I also found a master tome of Arcania. So we have 2 advanced and a master. Obviously we don't have our base one that we really need. I did pick up some more books. There's one novice book that we haven't looked at yet. I do want to put heal back on here, and then the rest are apprentice or higher. So it does go in clockwise order. So this is the first one. So this is Thunderbolt, Conjure Block, Ignite, Magic Missile, and Freeze. So I think Conjure Block would be the one that we would want to take off for just the time being. And let's see what this bad boy is. Ooh, we got Dart. Okay, that's interesting. Is it like poison or something like that? Dart. I don't know if I've showed this on camera, but you can put the book in your hotbar and you can open it up and read it. So it looks like it is it damages and weakens its target. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Nothing that I'm really interested in. I'd much rather have heal on here, so we can heal ourselves. And then really quickly, I'm just going to show you how this works. I explained it all to you, but I got a stone axe here with salvage on it. Stick that on there and it puts it over to a book. And then you get the stone axe back. We don't need it, so I'm going to just yeet it into the trash can, and then we have our whole stack going here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So what is on the docket for today, you might ask? Well, I kind of started alluring to it in at the start of the episode, and you might have already caught a few things if you're paying close attention. So I want to get a mob farm going up. Now, we started a small one previously, a very small one, that was just not good at all. Honestly, it just wasn't anything special. And so what I did is I took it out. We didn't need it, so I just took all the blocks out, stored them away, got rid of the spawner and everything, because I'm actually going to utilize this area for the spawner that I want to make. Now, Direwolf 20, again, I've been following along with him a little bit just because he has some good tips and tricks on this mob pack and what to be looking for when you're trying to set up certain things. Again, because I am, just starting to understand and learn some of these mods, I just want a few pointers on what to be looking for and what to be setting up. And he had a good idea of setting up this mob farm, and he ended up utilizing it to farm wizards. Maybe we'll do that eventually, but I had a different idea in mind. We have been extremely strapped on ender pearls. So, when I was out exploring, I took a mob imprisonment tool and I captured an enderman. Now, I know this might be a little more tricky because Enderman obviously can teleport. We're going to try it out though and see how it works. But I'm hoping that we can still spawn them and then farm them for their ender pearls without any problems. Now let me show you really quick this tool, the mob imprisonment tool. You do need plastic and a gas tier, so just keep that in mind. But I was lucky enough to find one because I haven't been able to find any. All of the ender pearls we've been getting thus far have been from random chests that we've been finding. And I think we have 3 because I found a bunch on that pirate ship. But what we're going to need for this is the mob duplicator and then the mob crusher. So the mob duplicator, it will, and you can have range add-ons, which we had put on our pump for our unlimited lava production for our energy for our dynamos. We can put that same upgrade on here, range add-on, and then the mob crusher is what kills them. So I'm thinking we'll clear this area out. I think really quickly though, what we'll do before I jump away to clear some stuff out is I'll get these bad boys crafted up because I kind of started. I have our machine frames going here and we have all of the necessary items. So this is what you need, or at least one of them. Again, all very similar, just different machine frames. So nether wart, a little bit of magma cream, some emeralds, and a redstone. Pretty straightforward. We'll grab that bad boy. And then finally the mob crusher. It looks like we are going to need a few more items. So let's grab 2 of these. And then let's grab... No, that's all we needed. What sword is that going to use though? I think it's going to use this one. So just be careful when you're doing this. Let's see if we have an iron sword chilling in our... We do. We have an iron sword chilling over here. Tempered blade. I hope it accepts it. But yeah, you're just going to want to be careful on that. Yep, because it will take whatever sword is in there, even if it's the one that you use. So we do use the other one, so luckily it populates everything before crafting it, so just double check that before you make this. Don't want you guys losing that really good sword that you've been using, or that you've made, like how we have. I mean, it's decent. I do want to upgrade to the Ender IO items, so the swords and then the armor as well. That was recommended by someone. Recommended by When the Coolest. So he's been leaving a lot of good comments, so thank you very much, When. I do appreciate it. Obviously, I take it into consideration. But that'll probably be for the next episode. So what I'll do is I'm going to jump away. I'm going to clean up this space a little bit more, kind of get things somewhat laid out to how we want it. I do need to get some stuff laid down. And there's maybe 1 or 2 more things that I want to craft. Maybe some lights, get some lights going and stuff like that. So with that being said, guys, we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. And I have pretty much everything set up. At least I think I do. So I ultimately did not go with doing the redstone lamps because it was just a little bit too complicated with the space that we were working with. So above the ceiling, I have that wood, and then I have grass, and that grass is right on top. Like, that is the main grass that you see outside, so I don't have a ton of space to work with that. I could try to put lights underneath, but I'm not dealing with that right this minute. But yeah, you can see my inventory is a little full right now of miscellaneous items. So I'll show you how I got things set up in here. So I just did a 9x9, I believe this is. I put the mob duplicator in the middle with the mob crusher on the side. Let me get another light in here so you guys can see this. So what you can do, it actually looks like we might have killed our colonists. Did we kill all of our colonists? I don't see any of them. Oh, no. Okay. Let's recall everyone. No, everyone's here. Okay, I don't know what those came from then. I guess something spawned in there. Oof, had a heart attack for a second there. I thought we killed all of our colonists. Yeah, I don't know what this is from. But you know what it tells me is that I need an I need a whatchamacallit. At thermal, please. We need a servo. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, servo. We need one of these bad boys. Yeah, we really don't need anything crazy. This base one would do fine. So we'll do that. And we need to stick this on our stuff downstairs. But basically, if you come into here and you click the show working area, it will show you what you're working with. And for us, I have it set up so it is exactly our space here, which is perfect. And it took me a little tinkering, but it is the range 4 to get what we are using. So let me turn that off. And let me show you what this one is then. So I'm using a range 4 on this one as well. On the mob duplicator, we do to working area, and this shows our working area, which again is exactly what we want it to be. So I'll turn that back off. I also made this dark glass. So this is made with some kind of black dye, any black dye, and then thickened glass. And thickened glass is made from smelting up sandy glass, and sandy glass comes from combining glass with sand. So I smelted all of that up and I got some of this, and it makes it extremely dark in here. But before we go that far, there's something else that I want to buy. A drop of evil. So this basically, what can I not, oh, it doesn't show that we have any money for some reason. We might have to complete some quests here. Sometimes it glitches out like that. I did make some item ducks so we can get some money from that, and that should repopulate our monies. So if we go into the shop now, yep, repopulated it. So I want the drop of evil. I believe this makes it so that mobs spawn more on that ground that it's dropped on. Put it like that for now. So if we put this down, it should turn all of that to like so, and we can step on it, but I believe stuff will start spawning on here. So we're going to take these bad boys out, and we're going to hop out really quickly because stuff is going to start spawning in there. And you can see with this dark glass, it makes it super dark in there. We can't see anything. So that's going to keep working. That's going to take out all of the baddies that spawn in there. And as you can see, it shows it below here that it's like that. And then everything should get funneled into here eventually. I do need to put a servo on that. Turn it to ignored. And I believe that will output. It might not. Okay, it looks like it is starting to move stuff. We are unfortunately picking up a bunch of stuff too because it's moving too fast. Holy smokes. Our magnet is on. Hang on, let's turn that bad boy off. What is this? V? Hit V on this? Okay, disable that bad boy. Holy. Yeah, we're just getting a ton of stuff. Let's just stick it all in there. Yeah, so this is gonna start filtering in. Oh, it looks like we got a Pied Piper up there. We might want to upgrade this to be more efficient because for whatever reason, we have all these cakes in here too. And it's just not extracting fast enough. Okay. Hold the horses here. We might have to figure this out. I brought this because I thought I needed to jumpstart this bad boy, but it looks like it's not the case at all. Holy smokes. Okay. Things are getting a little out of hand. Let's just try to grab all of these cakes out of here. Why do we have so many cakes in here? Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's extracting fast enough, so we might actually need to upgrade that servo. What did we get rid of? Okay, let me just get my backpack. Let's just stick these cakes in here. I don't know why there was so many cakes in there. I don't know what I just did with that cake. I'm flustered right now. I'm having a hard time, boys. But yeah, so we had it set up, but I wanted it to specifically spawn Endermen, so if we stick that in there, I think it'll start spawning Endermen and killing them. And then we can farm the Ender Pearls. I mean, we're getting Ender Pearls for sure. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. But it's not extracting fast enough, so maybe we need to upgrade this servo. And I wish it was a little quieter in there. And I believe I can just make a lever and turn this bad boy off if need be. Can we do it with this? Yeah, we can. Cool. So yeah, obviously, a little miscombobulated here. So we have the room made here. We got the Enderman going. I made this down here so that we can have everything get stored. And I just put a, I put a crate here. So I think what we can do is we can put this here. And then I think if we change it to active on redstone signal, we do that. I think it'll work. So if I turn it off, yeah, it's not working anymore. So yeah, this is what we want. So that'll keep spawning Endermen and turning them on and off. We just have to be careful not to hit it accidentally there. But yeah, this is just gonna keep filling up, and realistically, we're probably gonna want it to be a little more efficient. I mean, we already have 40 Ender Pearls. Holy smoke-a-roonies. That is a lot of Ender Pearls. Okay. Let me stick this in the crate here. Maybe I'll put another crate next to it. But yeah, so I have a little resonator transmitter back there. Alright. That is powering all of this. So let's turn this off for the time being. Let's just put it on pause for a second. And let's go upgrade the servo really quickly here. Because I'm guessing we're going to want one that's way better. Extract rate 1 second, half a second, half a second. These ones can do filters, a hardened filter, reinforce. I don't think do you have to go through the tiers? 2 seconds, 1 second, half a second. I mean, ideally it'd be nice to do this one to get things flowing a lot quicker. But I don't know, can we just jump up to this one? We're about to find out. I think we need to take that one off, maybe? I really don't know. Okay, grab those two. And then, where did that pipe go? Put that pipe back up there, and then can we just stick this one on it? We can, perfect. And then we come in here, ignored. And then, yeah, now it's moving stuff. That's what we want. Now it's moving a lot quicker. Look at all that stuff go. And honestly, the half second one, well, that's what we did, right? The half second. Half a second. So, yeah, that's definitely the way we want to go there. And it's just going to keep filling this bad boy up with a bunch of stuff. And we can blacklist some stuff if we want to. Like, if we don't want specific items. Like, if we didn't want arrows or, I don't know, anything from dungeon tactics, we could put that in there. To blacklist it. So let's see here. What realistically could we not have in here? I don't think we want any of this. The fish is undead stuff. So if we come into here, ignored, use MCD, ignore. Oh no, that's not what I want. Blacklist. The whitelist. And then think that means that it'll do everything except those. I'll stick these in here. But yeah, I mean, it's just gonna keep going. Oh, this is crazy. It's really cool. And it's just gonna keep giving us a ton of items. And we can swap out what mobs we want to have in there. So obviously right now we got an Enderman. He's getting us, or they're getting plenty of Ender Pearls from that. We're already getting full up on our inventory here. I don't know if we can do it by mod. Like Dungeon Tactics, I don't think we really need anything from here. Let's see if we can do it. NTB. I don't know what NTB sounds like. Metadata. Don't know if it'll ignore the hearts now. We might want a better filter on there. Considering this bad boy is already getting full up. Alright. We'll tinker with it a little more, maybe off camera. Maybe I'll get some more crates set up. Let's turn this off. Holy smokes. Is there like a sound dampening? Sound. There's something that can get rid of, yeah, muffler. Stops Ender Dragon death sounds. Ooh, this kind of looks cool. It's just soundproofing. Is there anything else? Sound muffler. Well, you need a note block and some orange wool. Let's try it really quick. We got a little bit of time here at the end of the episode. And realistically, I'll probably want to put some lights in because this is getting a little out of hand. Get another light in here. I don't think that is enough to stop them all, but I mean, it'll somewhat stop them for now. I guess I didn't need to take out that much. We could put these back. But yeah, that'll hold them off for the time being so they're not spawning. But you get a better idea of what you're looking at now when you're seeing this. And if we come back down here, I think they'll spawn if I turn this back on. We come back up here. Yep. So these bad boys will keep spawning and just getting destroyed. And really, if that's what we want, we could just have it like that. And have a little bit of light in there, and then they'll spawn, and then they'll be taken out pretty quickly there. So let's turn that off. We're already getting full on the inventories here. We're definitely going to need another crate or something. We can probably get rid of some of these items. And I really will need to look into how we can filter a little bit better. I know there are filter servos, and maybe that's what we need to do. Or honestly, I could set up crates. Crates might be better for these bulk items that we'll probably get a lot of. Yeah, because like for example, we don't need all this armor. This is a great way to get resources. I mean, all these ender pearls, this is amazing. That's exactly what we needed to get, was all those ender pearls. What is this? Endermite powder. Interesting. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Now I completely forgot. Oh, I was gonna try one of these to hopefully muffle the sounds a little bit. I don't think I have a note music block sitting around anywhere, do I? I don't think so. I've seen them before, obviously, but I don't think I've held on to any of them. Let's try this. We need a note block. Actually, not too hard to make. And we'll get that. Now let's try this out. I wonder if it's going to work or not. let's turn this bad boy on. Alright, we hear them spawning. And I guess if we just stick this like right here. Are they spawning? They are spawning. Okay. Cool. That definitely makes it a lot easier so we don't hear that just noise consistently. I'm sorry for those of you who are listening and just had to listen to that for the past however many minutes I had that going. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. I really do need to figure out filtering though. Why are these not stacking? Oh wow, okay, we got a lot of stuff from those. And my inventory, yet again, is destroyed. Alright, get this put back up here. Let's get some stuff put away into my inventory. We don't need those on us. Holy smokes. Alright guys, but with that being said, we are going to end the episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Actually, I'm going to turn this back on for a couple minutes. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. Any recommendations on this setup would be really appreciated. I know there are some things we could do with the redstone lamps and getting those set up, but yeah, we could get into that at a later time. But anyway, if you want to follow along with the channel, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Y'all know what it does. I don't need to explain it to you. But other than that, thank you so much for sticking through till the end. I really appreciate it. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.